Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here, and we're off for more of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. And in the last episode, we reached Neverland via Captain Hook's pirate ship. It intercepted us in interstellar space travel somehow. Maybe it has something to do with pixie dust. Who knows? But speaking of pixie dust, we met Peter Pan. We had to go save Wendy and Kairi. Riku's made off with Kairi, and we had to fight our dark side. Now that we rescued Wendy, Pan has flown off to get to a safe position, and well, we got to continue giving chase to Riku, so let's go do just that. So now we got to find a way to get back onto the main deck. This door's still locked, so maybe we got to go back around for a second lap. As I said in the last episode, we got literally 2 save points right next to each other. And we didn't use Pan for the dark Sora fight, but now that we've actually cleared out that fight, normal Heartless now spawn in here. But thankfully, when you beat the boss, no Heartless spawn, which is a nice change of pace, considering what happened like with Sabor and all that. But we also got fully healed, so even that's not an issue. Which you don't normally get after boss fight. Well, you do get after boss fights, but it didn't happen in that particular case with Sabor, which is kind of weird. Because at that point, that pretty much is a boss fight. I mean, it's not as long, but you get what I mean. Right, so if I get a bit of distance, I can show off a bit more strike raid action. Or Sonic Blade can go off. That's annoying. Because I pressed triangle when I was far enough away, but an enemy jumped in the way, which made it change while I pressed the button, so it defaulted that. That can be an issue if you have too many special attacks equipped, because the reaction command, or in the PS2 original, the bottom command in your window, will change according to how far the enemy is. But, you know, Riku made his way through this door when it was locked, but it looks like we can just push our way open, so that is fine.
Quite a codfish, that Riku, running off with that girl without even saying goodbye.
Run off where? Tell me, where did he go?
To the ruins of Hollow Bastion, where Maleficent resides.
So it's triggered.
But you won't be going there. Unless you intend to leave your little pixie friend behind. Hand over the Keyblade and I'll spare your lives. I'm glad I'm merciful, unlike the Heartless. So, which will it be? The Keyblade or the plank?
Well, we can't actually give it to you, so...
It's him! The crocodile that took me hand! Oh, Smee! He's after me other hand! I can't stay here! Go away! Oh, I can't stand the sight of him! Me! You take care of them!
It's funny how none of the pirates are actually on the ship, and it's just been replaced with the Heartless. I mean, I guess they fit the theme, but still.
Fly, Sora! Just believe, and you can do it!
Aha!
Thanks, Peter.
Hey, don't mention it. You didn't think I'd leave you and Tink behind, did you?
Exactly, all we had to do was get Wendy to a safe place. So right before we engage, we get an upgrade to our cure spell for some reason. I guess Pixie Dust just has that effect on our magic. And we can switch Peter back in if we want to. Which, you know, he has natural flying ability. But all of us kind of do as well, as long as we're in Neverland. That's kind of like a passive feature. Kind of like how, you know, you can ascend and descend in Atlantica. It's a world-specific ability. But, you know, Goofy doesn't really have a lot of attacks that can actually be used in mid-air, but Donald's magic can still work as intended while in mid-air. So Goofy's actually not that very good for this level, so I'm going to switch Peter in anyway. Yes, he has natural flying, but because he has natural flying, his combos are made to, you know, work alongside that. So, sorry Goofy, you're getting the shaft again, but we needed you to take out our dark self, and you were a beast with your healing evolution. I don't know why it's called evolution, that makes no sense really. In Neverland, Sora and his friends can fly by believing in the power of pixie dust. While jumping, press circle to fly. and then press circle to rise and square to descend. So if you want to continue platforming, all you got to do is just not double tap circle. If you jump and then press circle again, that's when you'll start flying. If you touch the ground, you're going to land. So keep that in mind. You're all going down! So, here we go, and we fly quite fast, to be perfectly honest with you, and targeting is actually sharp as well. You do have a little bit of, like, floaty physics, which, well, goes without saying, really. But, of course, when you're flying, air combos are the only combos that are active, so if you have any air combo plus abilities, which I currently don't, keep that in mind. So, I'm saying that a lot, but there is a lot to keep in mind, because this level is very small, but, you know, still quite lengthy. It's kind of weird. They pretty much, like, made the entire level just the ship. You don't actually go to Neverland, to the island of Neverland, so... Right, oh wait, actually, if I land, because these are airborne enemies, we can actually use a bit of strike rate here. Boomerang Keyblade for the win! There we are, and Judgment! There we are, and we get some good money for that. So I'm going to grab all this. Oh, whoa, that's bugging out. Grab that. Oh, and by the way, because you can actually fall here... if you fall off too far or you're about to hit the water of this world, let me see if I can actually showcase it. You'll automatically start flying. I didn't press a button there, so we get that. Right, I didn't want to target that. I wanted to target this. Okay, for these guys, just use gravity. Super easy to damage them as long as they don't move out of the force. And there we go. It also gets rid of the mast, breaks both their cannons. And you get additional tech points for breaking them, if you can do that before actually taking them out proper. There's no point exploring the ship right now since we're engaged, because we can't get any of the treasure chests, because there are a lot of treasure chests around here. But, you know, we're going to have to come back for those. I think white mushrooms can also spawn around here, so keep that in mind as well. There we go again, so keep it in mind. Oh, I love this.
Is that you, Smee? Did you finish them off?
Aye, Captain. They walked the plank, every last one of them.
His face when he says that.
Peter Pan, blast you!
Ready to make a splash, you codfish? Now it's your turn to walk the plank.
That thumb, yo. That stanky thumb. What was with that stanky thumb, Peter? Jeez. It actually sounded like there were attacks going off before the game actually faded back in. That was fair. Don't know if I actually got hit. Right, ignore the enemies, just focus on Captain Hook, but don't use knockback attacks to knock him off the ship. That's annoying, because he'll do this stupid little flutter thing and land. The reason being is because that he'll do anything possible, including defying the laws of physics, without pixie dust, mind you, in order to get away from the crocodile probably circling the perimeter of the ship. So, if you're going to fight this guy, keep him in the middle of the ship if possible. Sonic Blade is obviously one of the best skills you can use. Oh, we're kind of like parrying everything he's doing right now. And yes, we have a powerful cure spell now. We can pretty much fully heal ourselves at this point. Or just barely underneath our current HP threshold. Goofy will probably still not get fully healed at this point because he's got the most. But we're really doing a big number on this guy, and I did say that this guy is a lot easier than Dark Sora that we just fought in the last episode. Let's give it another Sonic Blade, why not? Oh no, I slipped off the bloody... Oh! Who cast stop on him? I think he's done. Yep. Sora got HP, Dora got HP. Wow. Thanks, Peter. That was awesome. That was quicker than I thought it would be. We're only 10 minutes in. You only knocked him off the ship like twice. Oh, here we go. And we learned a new combo special attacks ability, I guess. Aurus Arcanum, I think that's how you pronounce it. Powerful uninterruptible combo. I think it's like 6 to 11 hits. The last few you can actually get interrupted by.
Oh, Kairi couldn't wake up, so maybe she's really lost her...
Sora.
I still can't believe it. I really flew. Wait till I tell Kairi. I wonder if she'll believe me. Probably not.
You can bring her to Neverland sometime. Then she can try it herself.
If you believe, you can do anything, right? I'll find Kairi. I know I will. There's so much I want to tell her about flying, the pirates, and everything else that's happened.
What's that, Tink? What about the clock tower? You say there's something there.
Looks like we're going to London! Yes, London is somehow part of the Neverland world. Mind blown. There's Big Ben, right there. Yes, it's part of the movie, but it's not part of Neverland. We've technically gone to another bloody world, just by flying, without a gummy ship. And it's part of this other world. They're connected. That's how I like to think of it as, anyway. We never actually went to Neverland, we were just on Hook's ship. Yeah, that's kind of a mind-blowing thing. Hey, Wendy. Just chilling here. You'll find us, Sora. Just don't give up. Thanks. Yeah, she doesn't really have a lot of screen time. There's a hidden little chest here, so we'll open this up quickly. A flare G. Well, that's another engine that we got right there. Any other hidden chests around the perimeter around here? Probably not. Nope, we've already made a lap. So, you can't really explore here, and there's actually another problem. Wow, I just noticed. Look at the flag on that. What kind of frame rate is that? Seriously. Never actually noticed that, because I'm always flying around at breakneck speed. So yeah, as I was saying here, I don't think you can actually get back to Neverland from here. I always have to use the save point in order to do that. Of course, if you talk to Tinkerbell on the ship, you can actually get back here, because that's now a thing. But we're not actually going to see that for a little bit of a while. Now, I'm just trying to see, can I actually see the second star to the right? Because if that's how you get back to Neverland, that would actually be really cool, because I've never tried doing that before, but this just looks like a generic, like, skybox. I can't really tell. Second star to the right, straight on the morning. That's normally the... No, that's not it. I would have assumed that they would stick out like a sore thumb, but... Yeah, I do not actually see the 2 stars. That's a shame! That would have been a nice touch, that you could actually, like, find those stars, fly toward them, and then you hit, like, a transition that just happens to be there, and it will take you back to Hook's ship. That would be pretty decent, but that's not the case. Now, I'm just having a quick look around here, see if it's active right now. I think we have to actually finish the level off first. Yeah, we do. We've got all these doors up here, and they all correlate to one of the 12 hours of the clock. Here's how this works. When you pause, check your time, and then divide that by 12. Basically, every time that it's a number that's divisible by a 12, that's the number of a 12-hour clock. And one of these doors will be openable during that particular hour of the playtime. And if you open it, you get an item. But that's until after we beat this level, and it will be blocked off at some point. And I was about to say, what the... I think he got stuck! Okay, so we can see that Big Ben's pretty much on point for midnight, except for this one. Let's see if we can fix Big Ben and whack this back into place. Yeah, that did it. What did that trigger? Wow. Look, I wonder if anyone's going to notice Big Ben becoming a lighthouse. I mean, there's pretty much hundreds of houses in London. I mean, it is the capital, so... I mean, I know, I live here, so... And there's a keyhole! Hello! What's that doing in London? How's that going to affect Neverland? That don't make sense! I know that in the games world, this is supposed to be connected to Neverland in some way, so maybe that's the reason why. But I picture Neverland as a separate world, personally, to London. London should be its own thing. But there we go, Navi-G piece. We actually got another one. Because we pretty much completed all the worlds of this circuit. And with the one from Traverse Town, we might be able to do something. Took us that long to get another. Hey, Sora? Hmm? When we grow up, let's get off this island. We'll go on real adventures, not this kid stuff. Sure, but isn't there anything fun to do now? Hey, you know the new girl at the mayor's house? She arrived on the night of the meteor shower. Destiny Islands had a keyhole! That was the heart of the world! Why did it show up then, though? It was blank during the time that we were actually playing the game, before, you know, the world went kaput. So we know how the Destiny Islands got destroyed. That was the heart of Destiny Islands. But we didn't have a Keyblade at the time. Oh dear. That was not a glitch, that was part of the game.
It was reckless to bring her here without at least using a vessel. Remember, relying too heavily on the dark powers could cost you your heart. A castaway. Though his world perished, his heart did not. When we took the princess from his castle, he apparently followed her here through sheer force of will. But fear not. No harm will come to you. He is no match for your power.
My power?
Yes. The untapped power that lies within you. Now, child, it's time you awakened that power and realized your full potential.
Oh, don't give him more power. He's already abusing it. Now you're just encouraging him to abuse it right after giving him a warning. Where's the logic in that? And who's this castaway getting there through sheer force of will? That sounds impressive. Who is this guy? Who's the princess that got kidnapped?
Peter, are you really going back to Neverland?
Afraid so. But we can see each other anytime. As long as you don't forget about Neverland, that is.
Oh, do you want to get kicked in the beak again? Even Sora was like, oh dear. Oh. Hello.
Oh boy, she's getting steamed again.
Don't blame her.
Do me a favor. Look after her for me, will ya?
What? She wants to come with?
What?
She wants to come with! Why does Tinkerbell want to join us? And we also got a keychain for it. Thanks, Tink. And because she's with us, we can now fly in any world. Well, not exactly fly. We can glide, but we're not going to see that in this level because we still have the full effect of pixie dust. I'm guessing the full effect only happens in Neverland because, you know, that's the world that it belongs in. That's kind of the physics, but other worlds may not follow such rules. So, yeah, we've actually got an ability that pretty much allows us to, well, as the name suggests, glide. While in the air, hold the circle button, it should say, to ride the air currents. Hold down to remain aloft. So, yeah, that's actually pretty good. That allows us to pretty much make a much bigger jumps, because we can pretty much just sail toward it. Think of like the raccoon leaf or the cape in Mario. That's basically the easiest way I can explain it. Right, so now is this active? Since this area is reloaded. Or do I have to leave and come back in? Can't see any door I can interact with. No, I'll have to leave and come back in. Fair enough. But yes, we've got Tinkerbell as a summon. Let's go check out what her bio says in the journal now. Chronicles, we've now got Neverland. Antimus Report, we have 1, 3, 7, and 9, so we're getting all the odd ones at this moment. We haven't really got any of the even ones, so we'll save that for... I'll probably read them all again when we actually get them all, because then we can just spend a whole episode on reading and getting a bunch of lore. But we've already read the first one, and that was the first one we got, so... had to read that one at least. Tinkerbell, Since she's now a summon, her bio has changed. Little Pixie from Neverland. Peter Pan asked her to accompany Sora and friends on their quest, but she's anxious to see Peter. She can restore the party's HP and prevent Sora from being defeated only once. Pretty costly, but definitely worth. And unlike other summons, even though you do need Donald and Goofy, both in the party and not knocked out, if you're going into a tough battle, pop her off immediately, because not only is she going to be basically casting little heals, basically regen, on the entire party, well, only on Sora if you're too far away from the rest of your party. But if you get knocked out, that's a free revive right there for the battle. So, definitely worth. This is a game changer. She made us believe in fairies in Peter Pan. We also got Wendy. Got Cap and Hook. Kind of based on a Blackbeard, really, but he's just got a nice chin. And we got Heartless as well. We had a few new Heartless in that battle. We had the Air Pirates, which are these guys. I didn't talk about them much. Once again, in the original and other games, they have like a blue and yellow bandana, and they kind of have a dark blue-purple pattern. But in this one, they're much more pirate-esque with the red bandana and stripy shoes. And we have the battleship, which I believe is the same as it should be in the original, but there we go. I mean, like I said, the destroying both cannons and the mast, as well as the point on the front, actually. If you destroy them before destroying the Heartless itself, you get additional tech points for going out your way to take it out piece by piece. If you take out the Heartless normally, you don't get that extra experience. But casting Graveria pretty much just destroys all that, and does decent damage to the main Heartless anyway. They all share the same HP bar, as we've already seen. And, yep, that's it. Didn't have really any Heartless battles there, and Dark Sora does not count as a Heartless, or even a character for that matter. It's technically just Sora. Oh, and we got Dalmatians in the last episode that I didn't actually talk about. We've got 9 left to find, so that's 3 chests worth. But I'd say we're not done here yet, because I need to actually re-enter this level. Wait, what's my time right now? 2024, fair enough. So what we're going to do is that we're going to go back to the gummy ship, but we're going to enter the level again and go back into the ship. Reason being is because that now that we actually have pixie dust, even though we got it on the ship, we couldn't actually explore, we can now actually get a lot of stuff. Wow, we found a Navi-G piece, let's go back to town. Sid will install it on the ship once we bring it to him. There's a tournament being held at the Colosseum. I hear there's a great reward for the winner. Well, there's a lot of stuff going on right there, so we're going to have to go back to Olympus Coliseum at some point. But not only that, we've also got to go back to Traverse Town, since, you know, we have the piece from Traverse Town, we also have the piece from Neverland. Yeah, we didn't get any Navi-G pieces from any of these levels. But we've gone quite far. Actually, do I want to go back? Well, you know what? I'll go back to the tower at least. We can actually come back after Olympus Coliseum, because I forgot that unlocks here, so that will actually be a lot better. So we'll head back to the clock tower for now, so I can at least actually show what I was talking about when it comes to the time bonuses. However, if you make too much progress, you won't be able to access this area. That's just a little heads up right now, in case if you just want to waste time grinding and doing other stuff, then you'll have the chance to do that. So, now we actually have the opportunity to do so, let's fly around once again. There we are, now one of them's glowing. Now if we come down here, the clock has actually, well, I would assume, yeah, the clock that we whacked in order to seal the keyhole, now actually pretty much shows you what our current playtime is displayed as a 12-hour clock. Don't forget about 24 hours, it only counts for 12 hours, so no matter what the time is, if it's on a 12-hour time, one of these doors will be openable, and that's what we're going to do. So, let's come down here, plop down, oops, there we are, and we can examine it. The 8 o'clock door has opened. We got a defense up for it. And we can never open that door again, but if you need to check what doors you have opened already, go back to the clock that actually ticks. Oh, I went the wrong way. That's my fault. And there'll be a little marker on that hour of the doors that you have opened. So we've opened the 8 door. There is now a glowing spot there. That doesn't mean anything except for the fact that it's just telling us that we have opened the 8 o'clock door. So probably every 2 episodes, if possible, I'll come back here to open up a door. I think that'll be the best thing to do, because, you know, we're at 2027 right now, and in a 24-hour time, that would be 8 o'clock, but in 12-hour time, that's the same thing, because, you know, it's just 24 time and halved. So there we go. We didn't get any new gummies, so I guess I'll just meet you guys back at Traverse Town. Alright, so I'm not going to go shopping because I only have about 700 money, so I can't actually buy the last weapon that we need. So we'll come here for now and see what we can make. Which is nothing. That's just great. Oh, that blew up in my face. Yeah, because we've only got 700 money. And we only grabbed one Dalmatian chest, so we really haven't actually hit a threshold to go get a prize from there. So there's not really much else we can do really around here, other than just, you know... well, I guess we could stop in by Geppetto, because we didn't do that last time. I didn't think we hit a threshold, because we need the 2,000 Heartless, the 2,000 Heartless trophy before we even get the next one from Geppetto, I believe. Yeah, because he just says that we haven't seen anything yet. So, we got to get way over that limit for the trophy before we even get the 3,000. And we got to enter the shop about 30 times and talk to Pinocchio each time. So, because I didn't actually do that, I might as well just pop in here and say hello. I mean, at some point I will do that and like build it off screen or something and then collect it. Probably before we actually leave Traverse Town. But for now, let's go pop the Sid and let's go get this gummy installed. Looks like you found the other one. Let me see it. Okay, wait here. I'll get it installed right now.
Now, just remember what Donald said to you. No frowning, no sad faces.
How can you be so cheerful? There's still no sign of your king. Aren't you worried?
I'm worried. The king told us to go out and find the key bearer, and we found you, so as long as we stick together, it'll all work out okay. You just gotta believe in yourself, that's all.
We just learned that lesson.
Just believe.
I believe in you.
Hello, Kairi. Where'd that come from? It's still kind of weird how we keep hearing about Kairi. Is Sora imagining that and going loopy or what? Okay, we're diving into something. This is trippy. Where am I? Long ago, people lived in peace, bathed in the warmth of light. Everyone loved the light. When people began a fight over it, they wanted to keep it for themselves. And darkness was born in their hearts. And the darkness spread, swallowing the light in many people's hearts. It covered everything, and the world disappeared. But small fragments of light survived. In the hearts of children. Because they're innocent and pure. With these fragments of light, children rebuilt the lost world. It's the world we live in now. But the truth sleeps deep within the darkness. That's why the worlds are still scattered. Divided from each other. But someday, a door to the innermost darkness will open. And the true light will return. So listen, child. Even in the deepest darkness, there will always be a light to guide you. Believe in the light, and the darkness will never defeat you. Your heart will shine with its power and push the darkness away. Do you understand, Kairi? Kairi! Did we just see one of Kairi's memories? From when she was a child before she went to Destiny Islands? How did Sora do that? Because Sora's never seen that before. She never saw Kairi like that in that room before.
Huh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Kairi? Did you call me?
Well, considering that you've been imagining her being in, you know, Merlin's house before he unpacked, as well as, you know, mistaking Yuffie for Kairi, there must be something going on. Paranormal shit. I installed that navigation gummy. But, you know, that place is crawling with Heartless. Don't say I didn't warn you. Here, take this along. A transform G? What does that do? Let's chat. Come to me for your gummy needs, got it. Alright, I guess we'll have to check that out ourselves. Let's go to items and check our gummies. We just got a transform G, so let's have a little quick look at that. Wherever it may be. There it is. Transform G enables the ship to transform. We'll be talking about that at some point. And I don't think I have enough money to buy anything, sadly. Would be nice, but yeah, because still can't get the level 3, which is fine-ish, but we're going to be having a little bit of trouble along the way. He's given us the warning for a reason. Going to have a slight little bump in difficulty. But before we take off, once again, we don't have a torn page to return, I'm pretty sure. Let's check our stock just in case. Nope, we don't. So I guess before we're going to leave Traverse Town one more time, I think what we're going to do is see if we can deal with more white mushrooms. Either that or we're just going to go straight to the Colosseum, because I think we need to go do some preparations. So that, see you guys next time.
He is no match for your power.
My power?
Yes, the untapped power that lies within you. Now, child, it's time you awakened that power and realized your full potential.